Okay, and we're back for the final installment of Bulletproof Your Portfolio. Fire the losers. You see, we get into stocks, we get out of stocks, and the point with stock investing or any kind of trading is to allow your winners to run and to cut the losers short. As a review, we have 12 stock positions protected by put options, and that account is guaranteed to bring back more than the initial deposit of $100,000. We put that deposit in on May 11th, and now here on December 10th, just under 7 months later, that account is up to $114,688.74 after commissions. Now that's the full gain, but what's remarkable about this account is that no matter what happens to the stock market, we're going to be able to close this account and take out at least $102,000. Okay, that's actually a little more than that. But step 5 here, if you've been tuned into this series, is to replace the losers. You take the losers and you get out of them and you use that money, that capital, to get into a new potentially winning trade. Now, for this to happen, those losers have to not be devastating. For example, here's a stock that we got in 200 shares at $30.13 a share on May 18th, just a week after putting together this portfolio. Okay, it's ValueClick. Now, ValueClick is still not doing well, but it was at $30.13 a share when we picked it up, and we sold ValueClick on August 29th. We finally gave up hope and we sold it, and it was less than $20 a share at that time. My goodness. Well, what kind of loss does that normally mean? The ValueClick lost from $13.30 a share to less than, $30.13 a share to less than $20 a share. That would be a 33% loss, right? Well, the ValueClick RPM, or radioactive profit machine, which is the nexus, the core, the crux of radioactive trading, that lost only 3%. Okay, and here's how it happened. Let's see, the date there is wrong. It says December 3rd. We opened this radioactive profit machine May 18th for $30.13. At the same time, we bought a January 2009 $35 put option for $7.10. So that makes the total investment per share $37.23. The total invested then of $37.23 is guaranteed to the level of $35 a share. Okay, no matter what happens to that stock between when we got in May and January 2009, we would be getting back $35 a share, right? So the at-risk amount is the difference of $2.23. Well, there's $2.23 at risk in that trade so far. As a percent of that trade, it's 5.98% of that trade is at risk. But then we sold to open a $35 call option at $2.30. And later, as ValueClick began to lose steam, we bought to close that $35 call option for $1.20. What did that do? That realized an income of the difference of $1.10. Now, you have your $2.23 at risk. You subtract the $1.10 income, and you've got $1.13 at risk. Well, ValueClick kept plummeting. It never did come back. I guess it's starting to turn back around now, but we're on to bigger and better things, okay? With the $1.13 at risk, well, that was lost. But it sure beats the heck out of losing $10 a share. Okay, so the total amount was only a 3% loss versus a potential 33% loss if we'd been in the stock alone and not used options to hedge the upside and the downside. You know, the holy grail of trading is not about picking winners. It's about, when you're right, making lots of money, and when you're wrong, limiting your losses so that you still have money to make another trade. RadioactiveTrading.com. Stop picking stocks and start picking stops. And our proprietary income methods will teach you how to stop timing trades and trade time. I'm going to invite you to come for a free subscription to our R3 blog, all the setups of trades like these in real time. Moments after I set up the trade, I send out an email and you get the details. Okay? By the way, they are not recommendations, and any individual wishing to shadow my trades does so at their own risk. All right? We do webinars every Tuesday at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Time and every Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And I hope to see you there. Okay, this is Kurt again for Radioactive Trading signing off and saying happy trading.